Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's doing this work in sincerity and in truth. Today is just going to be a quick lesson dealing with a scripture I was pondering on, Isaiah 4:1. I'm going to go into that, but basically this lesson is going to be dealing with how women are going to be a liability in the coming troubling times. Woman will be a liability. All right. Now, I'm not making this to bash woman. I'm saying this because it's, first of all, it's scriptural. It's biblical. Today, these women are simply out of order, man. Their ego can't be contained. The way that they see the world is basically catering to them. I'll put it that way. This current world is catering to them, especially over here in Mystery Babylon. All right, to say the least. So when hell actually breaks loose here, these women are going to be in trouble, man. They are going to be in trouble because a man that understands what's going on, a man that can survive out here, a man that can protect himself, is going to be in high demand. All right, there's going to be a lot of death and a lot of fear going around. So a stable a man is going to be that prize. Whereas in these times right now, every woman thinks she's a damn a celebrity. She's self-absorbed, always in her phone, always trying to garner more and more attention. This is just the status quo of the everyday female in this culture. But when these hard times get here, these females are going to be liabilities. They are going to be liabilities, and it's going to show through the Spirit who the Lord is really dealing with. All right. Now let me start off with that scripture in Isaiah, the 4th chapter. Now let's get that. This is Isaiah 4:1. It says, "In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." Now, I was thinking about this scripture because it says a whole lot in just one verse. If you think of today's modern woman, she got a man to buy her clothes, a man to pay her rent, right? A man that she sleeps with. So, like I said, in this modern day, these women, are running game out here. All right, they're a straight running game out here. But when you read the scripture, it tells you that a woman says they will eat their own bread and wear their own apparel, and they just to be up under a man. All right, just to have that privilege to be up under a man. All right, and now this is dealing with obviously a man of the Lord, right? But any man that's able to protect himself in them times is going to have this scenario. All right, because it's going to be, like I said, survival of the fittest once the daily routine breaks down, the daily hamster wheel falls apart, and basically victuals, basically supplies are going to be limited. All right, they show you this in all these different movies, man. A woman is going to have to go back in order when these times come. All right, because these times are going to lead basically up to the time of the coming of Yahweh Shai, man, which is going to be the coming of the kingdom, when the nation of Israel will truly be back in order. Verse 2 says, "In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel." Right? "And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem." Right. So this is going into the ones that are going to be saved, the ones written in that book, the elect, so you can understand. So these women in that time and in that day, right, are going to want to be up under a man in order, subservient, everything they were created to be. All right. But until that happens and this place really gets shaken up, a modern day woman in her Babylonian mindset, United States mindset, she's going to be a liability. Now, let me get that definition of liability real quick. Now, this is liability. It says obligation, debt, or responsibility owed to someone. The second definition is really where it hits home. It says a handicap that holds something back, a drawback, someone or something that is a burden to whoever is required to take care of them. So you're going to see a lot of men straight leave their families, man. Leave their wives in that day when this shit really kick off, man. Because the woman's going to be complaining, mouthing off. I'm used to living like this. I'm used to having this. Right? Where a man can deal with rough, a rough environment. Whereas a woman, she's gonna fucking lose it, man. So they're gonna be liabilities when this time truly takes place. Like it says, a burden to whoever is required to take care of them, an individual or action that exposes others to greater risk. Right? That woman is gonna be a risk, man, when that time comes. And they show you this in all the different apocalyptic movies, whether it's The Road, whether it's the Book of Eli, so on and so forth. You see who was mainly the survivors, right, in those days. And unless a woman utterly gets in order and becomes subservient to her man and basically follows the rules, they're gonna be left out there, man, left out there hanging. And let's go back. Let's go to the book of I'll stay in Isaiah. This is gonna be quick. This is Isaiah 32:2. It says, "A man shall be a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land." Right. That's what a man shall be, man. Okay. And I done had dreams of this, or better not dreams. What do you call it? I don't want to say a vision, but it just skipped my. Damn! It just the term popped out of my head. It's basically when you see something that you've seen before, right? I had that experience with just basically follow the leader, a bunch of women behind a man, and the men are leading them, and they all split up, and the woman is shutting the fuck up and just basically doing what they're told. And I'm telling you right now, you couldn't imagine that with the modern day woman, especially here in Mystery Babylon. You couldn't imagine that, man. A man with a whole bunch of women in there in order and shutting hell up and doing what they're told. Come on, man. Deja vu is the term. I had deja vu about that, man. I didn't seen certain things because where I'm staying right now, before I even got this place where I'm at right now, I was living somewhere else, and I had deja vu about being in this current place and everything hitting the fan, and certain things played out in certain scenarios, and that was one of the scenarios, man. So when I actually came to see this place before I got it, I was like, man, I've seen this before, because it's a big ass field next to where I live at. So, but enough of that. Let me go back into the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 13:11. It says, "I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." Right? So Esau's world is finna be expired, man. And everybody that's joined on to Esau that's gonna fight to protect this place, hey, they're gonna be put to death also, man. The scriptures talk about no hand joining hand, right? Verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So, in Isaiah is a heavy prophetic book, and it talks about these things a lot, man. All right, it talks about these things a lot. So, like I said, when that time comes, these women are gonna be liabilities, man. Only when these women are truly shaken up, have seen death, murder, and mayhem in the streets, is when they're gonna want to shut the hell up and really listen and pay attention to what's going on. All right, and take and accept leadership from a man, right? But there's gonna be a lot of death and carnage first before that happens. But that's the point. It went longer than I wanted. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to say shalom next time.